Hey guys, what's up? Francois T here, and I just want to take this opportunity before we go any further to say welcome back officially. To comment below and let me know. We've had a week away, which has been, well, actually quite nice for me, to be honest. But I'm so intrigued to find out how you guys are. Some of you have stayed in contact with me through Facebook and other social media means, which I'm very grateful for. But I'd love to know how all of you are doing and what's going on with you guys. But again, I just want to say how grateful I am to be back here. Tonight is a free-for-all. There is no topic other than the fact that we are welcoming the channel back. So if you have anything on your mind, anything you want to throw out into the room, please feel free to do so. I'm more than happy to read your comments, obviously. So if you are here, say hi and I'll give you a shout out. But if you have any questions or anything like that, I'm more than happy to answer those as well. I just want to say before we go any further, thank you to all of your support that you've given me over the week. It has just continued. It started pretty much from the day that I announced that I was taking my weekly sabbatical, or my 1 week sabbatical, I should say. And it just never stopped. It grew from there, whether it was on YouTube videos or on forms of social media, Facebook, Instagram, or wherever else you are following or keeping up to date with me. And I just can't say how much I appreciate each and every one of your support. So thank you very, very much for that. It was a very tough time for me then, but I am all refreshed now and can't wait to get back into all things. Comment below and let me know. So let's go over to the room and see who's here, shall we? Okay, so first of all, a shout out to President A, who says that he's in the room and hoping everyone is doing well. Oh, that's very nice of you, President A. I'm doing quite well myself at the moment. How are you doing? Alias is saying welcome back. Thank you, Alias, and thank you so much for being here as well. President A is asking Alias how he's doing, which is very nice. Annabelle is here. Hello, Annabelle. Annabelle says, hi, it's Annie. Welcome back. Hope you and everyone else are doing really well. Thank you, Annie. Thank you so much for that. I'm doing much better than I was, so thank you. Absolutely. MC is here. Hey, MC. MC says, welcome home, Francois. So glad that you feel refreshed. Thank you for welcoming me home. I do appreciate it. I wish I could stay, but it's my cousin's birthday. Have a lovely chat, everyone, and I look forward to catching up later. Much love to you all. Thank you so much, MC, for your beautiful message. And you have fun at your cousin's birthday, and I'm sure we'll hear from you very, very soon. Thank you so much for stopping by. President A says, no problem, Francois, you're a great person. Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you. Yeah, so I'm really excited to be getting back into things. I mean, other than taking that time that I needed to take off, being away, you know how they say absence makes the heart grow fonder? It definitely happened for me. I couldn't wait to get back into comment below and let me know. And I told myself that I was absolutely going to pace myself no matter what. And then the next thing I knew, I think I uploaded 6 videos in the space of 2 days. So it definitely did not go with the plan at all. But I hope you like those videos. I got a few comments on them, so I really do appreciate that. I'm sitting here right now with my sugar babies, which is very, very nice. I'm about 3/4 of the way through my saltwater taffy, unbelievably, because I thought that would be the last thing to disappear. But yes, if you haven't seen that video of me trying American food, please do so. It's going to become a series, hopefully, for me. Because, yeah, I'm looking at trying all different kinds of food. I was going to do a second video tonight, but that didn't happen. So I'll do another food video tomorrow where I try 3 more things, which will be very, very exciting. And he says, work break at the moment, so hopefully we'll make it back before the chat ends. Otherwise, we'll be back for the next one. No problems at all, Annie. Thank you so much for being here. Do not forget, tomorrow we still have our show chat. Yay, I'm so excited that we're getting back into that tomorrow. Season 1, episode 2 and 3 of Charmed is going to be very exciting. And of course, I'm back with my Foster's review and my Foster's live chat during the week as well, which is going to be just as exciting, if not more so, as others in the room are saying bye to Annie. So yeah, what's been going on with you guys? Anything that you'd like to discuss? So yeah, one thing that I can say is that I yesterday, I believe it was, I think it was, yes it was, yesterday I watched Descendants 2 finally. I know that it's only sort of just come out, but I feel like it's something I've been waiting for a very long time. All in all, I was happy with it, like all in all, but they left out a few things that have brought up some very genuine concerns for me when it comes to Disney. If you follow me on Facebook, you would have seen the comment that I left, but I was a little disappointed with certain things in the way that certain things went, certain things that didn't make it into the film. But aside from that, judging the film for what we got rather than what we didn't get, I thought it was actually pretty good. So that was good. But yes, I've finally seen that, which is really, really good. And I am up to date with the Fosters, so if anyone wanted to discuss that with me, you absolutely can at any time. I am more than up to date with that and very happy with how that is going. I'm sorry that I had to miss this week's review and live chat, but as I say, I will be back with the Fosters next week or in the coming week. Ten Commandments Killer is here. Hello, Ten Commandments Killer. Thank you for being here. Ten Commandments Killer says, remember the Sabbath to keep it holy. And hi, Francois. Thank you very much for another commandment there, Ten Commandments Killer. I always appreciate them. And hello to you. Thank you so much for being here. So yes, what else can we talk about? Is there anything else you guys would like to discuss? If so, certainly leave them in the comments section and I will gladly discuss them with you. I don't know how long we're going to be here this evening. We're just going to wing it. I guess there's nothing really new about that when it comes to our chats here. Comment below and let me know. We sort of just see how things pan out, don't we? But yeah, so what's going on with you guys? And is there anything that has come up for you guys that you'd like to discuss? Anything, I don't know, going on in the world you want to talk about, or going on with you personally? As I say, this is a free-for-all chat, so we can talk about absolutely anything that you would like to discuss. President A says, has anyone got any embarrassing TV shows they like which people would make fun of them for liking? Oh goodness, I have a few. Oh gosh, which one was it? I was thinking about it the other day, going, this is my guilty pleasure. I can't remember what it was, but if I remember, I'll certainly let you know. But I will say this, one of my guilty pleasures I was watching right before the start of this chat was some figure skating. I'm a huge figure skating fan, but I generally only watch the Olympics. For the past couple of days, I've been watching like past US Nationals and World Series and stuff like that. It's been really, really fun. I'm a huge fan of Sasha Cohen, but I think she's retired. So now I'm seeing, yeah, who the next big thing is going to be. So that's a guilty pleasure, although I don't know if you'd call that a TV show so much. Alias says, the theme for American Horror Story Season 7 is cult. There you go, yeah, so I did know this. When does AHS start? I need someone to let me know because I need to take note of that and start watching it, because I do want to watch that when it does come out and do some reviews and potentially do some chats on that as well. A lot of you have requested that, so I'm more than happy to do that. And Alias says that his guilty pleasure is PLL. Oh, I love that. As you guys know, for me, the finale was quite a bit of a letdown, but I do like the early seasons, especially my favorite is season 3. So yeah, I would agree with that. Brittany is here. Hey Brittany, thanks so much for being here. Brittany says, hi Francois, I'm on holiday so can't stay. Just want to say I love you. Oh, I love you too, Brittany. And have so much respect for that talk you did. All the love and happiness in the world, you deserve it. Oh, thank you, Brittany. I appreciate that so much. I got some really nice comments after I did that video. Some people who messaged me privately, some people put the comments up publicly. But it was, yeah, I received some really nice words from you guys about that, and I appreciate it. It was just something that I wanted to do, something that I felt I needed to do, and I thought, look, if this can help anyone, then, you know, definitely it will be worthwhile doing. And I've had a few people come back and tell me that they can relate to what I went through, or that, you know, they've been through it themselves and things like that. And it opened up some conversations, which was really wonderful. And so I certainly don't regret it. But thank you so much, Brittany. I appreciate that you stopped by to let me know that. Alias says September 5. Oh, there you go. So we are getting towards the end of July at the moment, which is cool. So not too far away at all for AHS. Yay. I'm definitely going to have to add that to my lovely online calendar that I keep telling you guys about. It's not a sponsor or anything, but I mean, it might as well be because I keep promoting it. I think it's called Pogo or Pogo something. Anyway, I love, love, love my online calendar, and I'll definitely have to add AHS to it, especially if it's coming up very, very soon. President A says, I'm willing to say I like Girl Meets World. It's my guilty pleasure. It cheers me up when I'm down. And I grew up with Boy Meets World. Well, there you go. I haven't seen either of them, but people have told me in the past that they're really good. Like, both series are really good to watch. So maybe I should start getting into it. Certainly a show for me that, depending on who you are, might be deemed as a guilty pleasure would have to be Drop Dead Diva. And I've gone back into watching that recently. One of the reasons that I like it is, as you say, President A, for Girl Meets World and Boy Meets World, it cheers me up when I'm down. I just love watching Jane and everything she gets up to, or shall I say Deb as Jane, if we want to get technical. So yeah, I would probably say Drop Dead Diva would definitely be one of my guilty pleasures for sure, but I have quite a few shows that I love. I think my biggest guilty pleasure when it comes to watching shows is that if I'm looking for something that's going to cheer me up, I'm going back like quite a few years. So things like Charmed and Drop Dead Diva, which I guess is more recent than Charmed, and Sex and the City and stuff like that, all the classics from back in the day, which is really cool and a lot of fun. What guilty pleasures do you guys have? Are there any others that you have that you watch? Any other shows? So I have been sent a ton of messages about the new Chucky that is coming out. Thank you so much for that. What is it called? I think it's called, is it called Cult of Chucky or Curse of Chucky or something like that? Anyway, so I've finally seen the trailer and I'm very excited for it. As you guys know, I don't like horror films, I really don't, but the first time I watched Child's Play, #1, which probably was about like 5 or so years ago, my friend and I just couldn't stop laughing while we were watching it. I mean, because of the fact that this psychopath is a doll, like, we just found it really funny. So I do love Chucky, I love the whole Child's Play thing, and I'm really excited for this next one that's coming out. So yeah, thank you to everyone who has kept me up to date with all of that. I really do appreciate it. So there you go. And I don't know when Feed is coming out, but once that's out, we'll definitely have to discuss that. And I am keeping in mind that we are going to have a 13 Reasons Why chat as well. So I don't think I've forgotten about that. I just have to find out when the best time would be to discuss that. Alias says, no guilty pleasures, but who here watches AHS? That's a good question. I haven't seen it before, so I'll be going and watching it for the first time. But from what you guys have told me, it doesn't really matter. If I haven't seen the other seasons, I can sort of just jump in and watch it from the start of a season. So that makes me really excited and very happy about that. So yay. Have you all noticed my beautiful flag? Where is it? There it is. It's going to be prominently displayed for every chat and every video that I do. I'm very excited about that. I have been wanting a Star Spangled Banner for a very long time, you guys. So when I finally received this a couple of days ago, I was very, very, very excited. Okay, President A says, I've only seen a couple of episodes. I mainly watched Scream Queens. Oh my gosh, I loved Scream Queens. Loved that show so much. It's just really unfortunate that it's not on anymore. I was very upset when I found out about that. WWJD07 is here saying, hey guys, hey WWJD07. I know you under a different name, but I forgot what your old name was. Could you remind me so that I remember who you are? Alias says, I do recommend all the seasons, but if you can't watch them all, watch 2 and 5. Okay, cool. I will definitely have to keep that in mind. It's Rena. Oh, Rena. Hello, Rena. Yes. That's right, Alias. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for being here. It's been a little while. Thank you so much for being here, Rena. Um, I'm so happy to be back here. Comment below and let me know. It's only been a week, and you know, in the grand scheme of things, that's not really much at all. But it feels like it's been quite a while, so it's really nice to be back. President A says thanks to Alias, and that you will try to watch it. There you go. Yay. Yeah. So excited to start watching AHS for sure. Also, don't forget Will and Grace is coming back. I think it's in September. I'll have to confirm that. But I'm definitely going to be doing reviews on Will and Grace, at least starting with the first couple of episodes, because I'm really excited about its comeback. I used to like be obsessed with that show, so I'm so happy that they're bringing it back with the original cast. It's going to be amazing. And it says, I like 2 and 5 because of the serial killer mystery. There you go. Awesome. So yeah, once I've seen them, I'll have to get back to you guys on it. I still haven't seen any more than the pilot episode of The Bold Type, but I will have to watch the others to catch up on them. But I do like them. If enough people here at comment below and let me know watch The Bold Type, we might do something with it. Otherwise, if not, I can just watch that on my own. It's a very easy show to watch. So, yeah. I did enjoy what I saw of it. Jodie Vickers is here. Hey Jodie, it's been a while. Jodie says, Francois, I'm back. Well, you are, Jodie. Thank you so much for being here. That's amazing. Oh, this is so cool. Like, not only am I getting people that come to every chat, but I'm getting people I haven't seen for a while. So that's so nice. Thank you so much, Jodie. Just once again, while people are here, I just want to take this moment to thank everyone who was supporting me during the week. As I said, you know, you guys not only commented on videos, but some of you like private messaged me on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. And I just really, really appreciate that. Like, you guys are so amazing. We definitely are a family here. Comment below and let me know. So I just wanted to once again say thank you very much for that. Yeah. Oh, and thank you for the comments on my, so to say, singing videos. Honestly, that was very random. I just sort of decided to put them up today out of nowhere and thought, well, I might as well just take this risk and see what happens. And I got some really positive feedback, so that was really nice. So I just want to say thank you so much for that, because I really did appreciate that. Yeah, all right, well, once again, I'm just going to pass it over to you. If there's any comments or questions or anything that you guys have at all, this is an open forum here at this chat. So if there's anything you'd like to talk about, please let me know. Any questions or comments on anything, as I say, completely open, and we will get to that. Angels is here. Hey, Angels. I gave you a shout out recently. I don't know if you caught it or not, but I did. So thank you so much for coming. It's always great to have you here, Angels. I appreciate it. Thank you. Jody says, sorry, I have been gone out, but I couldn't face any sort of PLL mentions since the reveal. Lol. I completely understand that, Jody. Jody, seriously. Like, the finale was such a letdown for me. For a long time, actually, it became the show we no longer mention. It's only recently I've started re-saying the 3-letter acronym again. But yeah, for a very long time, we stopped mentioning the show itself. So I totally get that. President A says, I saw Descendants 2, also loved it. I've been singing and dancing to Chillin' Like a Villain all day. That is so cool. My favorite song is The Space Between, or something like that. Space Between, something like that. The one with Mal and Eve. I love that song. But Chillin' Like a Villain is a good one as well. I completely agree. Rena says, broke my phone, unfortunately, lol, just got a new one, missed all of you. Oh, that's right, you were telling me that. Yeah, that's why I remembered the name, but I forgot the old name that you had. Yeah, but so good that you're back and that you can be with us now, Rena. That's so cool. Angel says, I got the shout out, thanks. Yay! So did you have a nice relaxing sabbatical? I definitely did, thank you. The first couple of days were really tough, just trying to deal with everything that the video itself had brought up. But after that, I was able to relax, at least for a day or two, and then suddenly this like urge came about where I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to do another video, I have to do another video, I have to do another video, and like suddenly I started just making videos and I just wasn't uploading them. So it was crazy. As like the one that you guys got about the difference between American and Australian things, I actually did that a couple of days before I uploaded it, because yeah, I missed it so much. I missed this channel. Bailey says, sorry to hear that, Rena. Yeah, so let's see if Jude is working now, because Jude stopped working for Yep. So Jude, as you can see, I'm pressing Jude on, and Jude is not working. See, I'm not a liar. Now you can tell. So I'm going to have to deal with that, unfortunately, but that's just the way it is. Although I did create the differences video with Jude at the time it was working, but there you go. Jody says, I wanted AD to be Spencer's twin. I even mentioned it, but for it to be a new character, yeah, I agree. Also, AD wouldn't have existed if Ren didn't by chance run into Alex. I just can't even. No, I completely agree and understand with you, Jody. Part of the therapy for us getting through it was that a select few of us wrote our alternate endings. And yeah, I think that helped a lot of us, because all the alternate endings that people wrote that I had the chance to read out were just so much better than the original finale. Angel says, yes to Jody, the finale was total utter crap. I'm never going to live that saying down, am I? But I love it. Alias says, Tippy, my fish died, and so did my other fish. Oh no, Alias, I'm so sorry to hear that. What a great name for your fish. I'm guessing you named it after the bird. But yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's so sad. I will never forget when Goldie, my goldfish, died. So I'll never forget that, even though I was a child. But yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that. Jody says to Angels, very lazy maid, so much time wasted on ships. Yeah, completely. It was absolutely ridiculous. And the whole fight thing between Hannah and Caleb was just a complete waste of time that I did not need to see. And the whole thing about Arya and not possibly being able to have children, again, like not to be, you know, not to lack sympathy for her, but it just, I didn't need to waste my time on all of that. Sorry, I'm done. Just needed some therapy since I missed the session. No, that's totally fine, Jody. I feel like for me, I'm able to talk about it now because it's been long enough. And it almost, in a way, feels foreign to talk about PLL because it's just been so long. Angel says, where's MC? Plus, Alias, where's your buddy mod Chase? I don't know where my little bro Chase is at the moment, but he has been keeping up to date with me on Facebook, so I do appreciate that. We have been talking. But as far as MC, Angel's MC came on earlier and said hi, but she has to go to her cousin's birthday. But she did leave a lovely message. If you look up at the top of the chat, you will see her kind words that she left. It was very nice. Rena says, thanks, Alias. So sorry your fish died. My little dog was sick for a few days. I was a nervous wreck. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. What breed is your dog there, Rena? It says, Angels, are you Angels of Araced or no? I think it is. I think it's Angels of Araced. At least that's the assumption I've been going off. So if it's not Angels of Araced, then I apologize for saying I gave you a shout out, because that's what I gave a shout out to. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Which I don't mind that you shortened the name, like Angels saying, yeah, I shortened the name. I don't mind that you shortened the name, because after a while, I think we all just started calling you Angels anyway. But I did love the old name, Angels of Araced. I thought it was a really beautiful name. But yeah, I totally understand that you're shortening it. So there you go. So yeah, what else would you guys like to talk about? I'm going to stop talking and hand it over to you. Hand it over. I might have a drink while I'm waiting. I think someone sent me a suggestion for something else American to eat, but I forgot what it was. Anyway, I'll have to go back and look at what it is and then order it, because whatever it was, I didn't have it in my box of food, but I had to move. So yeah, I'll have to go and find it. Okay. Alice doesn't know where Chase is. I mean, Chase could be sleeping. I mean, I know that in America it's like really early, and Chase could still be sleeping, although he was chatting to me yesterday American time, so earlier today for me. Rena says she is a Morkie, well, Maltese and Yorkie mix. Oh, okay. I was just going to ask what a Morkie is. So a Maltese Yorkie. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, how lovely. I'm so sorry that that she got sick. That's so sad. But yeah, how beautiful. Angel says we should arrange a 13 Reasons Why chat very soon. I completely agree, Angels. The only thing that's stopping me at the moment is I just want to wait and see what times and days work best for people. As much as I try and stick to doing certain things on certain days, there are a lot of people that want to do the 13 Reasons Why chat, and I know that sometimes either the day or the time that I do the chat doesn't work for everyone. So what I want to put out there to people is if you have a preference of a day and time that you would like to do it, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to ask if you can convert the time you want to do it into Australian Eastern Standard Time and then let me know. Then I will try and do something that works for everyone, so we can all make that chat together, because I think that would be very good a chat for all of us to be a part of. Rena says, do you know when the AHS starts? Yeah, apparently it starts in like a week or two, so it's like really, really close to starting, which is really exciting. And the new season is Cult, which is interesting. I've never seen it before, but I have been told that you don't necessarily have to see the other seasons. You can sort of just jump right in and watch it. So that's really good, and I'm excited to do that. As Alias says, September 5. Yeah, and the theme is Cult. President A says, anyone have any movie recommendations of films they have seen recently or wanting to see in the future? Very, very good questions. The one that I saw with Tyler Blackburn recently, I think I spoke to you guys about it, was really good, but I honestly do not remember what the heck it was called, but it was really, really, really good. So if I end up recalling what it was, I'll certainly let you guys know. Rena says, I absolutely love 13 Reasons. I bawled like a baby. That show is really powerful. Yeah, I completely agree. So I binge watched the show over something like 4 or 5 days at the most. Not that it's hard to do. I mean, with 13 episodes, it's not hard to do at all. But yeah, definitely very powerful. And I feel like it's a show that everyone needs to watch. And even if there are like young children, I think they should be watching it as well, but they should probably watch it with their parents, obviously. But yeah, very, very powerful show, and so that's why we definitely have to do a live chat for that one. Alien says, I have a Yorkie. It used to be my aunt's, but apparently she couldn't have more than 5 dogs in her house, even though she got more. So we got him. His name is Jake. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. I do remember a time when I had an abundance of cats, and I really wasn't supposed to. And it just got crazier and crazier because, like, I had a cat. She had kittens. From the litter of kittens, 2 of the females ended up having kittens, and it just sort of escalated from there. It was really hard to keep up with, but I must say, like, they were all like my kids, so rather than annoyance, it was like, oh, I have like whatever it was, like 15 kids or whatever it was. Like, it was crazy. It was an obscene amount. I don't remember the exact amount, but I had quite a lot at one time. Where are we? Rena says, President A, have you seen A Cure for Wellness? It's pretty good. I have not seen it myself. I know you're asking President A, but I have not seen it. I just have to work out what that movie is with Tyler Blackburn. Let me find out just quickly. So it's called Love Is All You Need, and it's phrased as a question mark, so it's Love Is All You Need question mark. Really good film. Alias says, I like the movie Seven. Yeah, so I think you've recommended that one to me before, but I still haven't seen it yet. So I'm sorry about that, Alias. I definitely have to get on to watching that as soon as I get a chance. Rena says, Alias, that's one of my favorites with Brad Pitt, apparently. There you go. President A says, what is A Cure for Wellness about? That's a good question. Has anyone seen that film with Zac Efron? Is it called like Old Grandpa or something? Is it really good, or is it really like not worth the view? I've heard different things from different people, so I don't know if it's worth my while watching it or not. But yeah, those who love it say it's like really, really good, and then those who don't like it say it's really not worth it at all. Um, uh, Angel says, I've just started off on Black, seeing the first two so far. That's really good. Are you enjoying it, Angels? Alias says yes. Ten Commandments Killer says, hi, I'm back. Yay, great to have you back with us, Ten Commandments Killer. Angel says, so I heard Tyler Blackburn will show up in Riverdale. Yes, I've heard the rumors as well. Very, very interesting and intriguing. I also heard that Lucy Hale is coming to Riverdale. Can you believe it? Caleb and Arya making their way to Riverdale. Probably not as Caleb and Arya, but still, nonetheless, going to be very interesting. Rena says, oh, Yorkies are so awesome. I'm a dog groomer, so I have a slight dog obsession. And no worries, my girl is okay. She just had a cyst, but it burst and is healing now. Well, I can completely understand why you would be worried about that, though. Like, it makes total sense, but I'm glad that it wasn't anything major, so that's really good to hear, Rena. Marissa, sis is here. Hey, sis, thank you so much for being here. She says, I'm home here. No, you're home. You are. It's great to have you back. It's so great having my beautiful OGs back here tonight for our first live chat back. Like, I've missed you guys, and it's been great catching up with some of you on Facebook and Instagram and such like and so forth. But you know, there's nothing like having these chats, these comment below and let me know chats. And unless you're a part of it, or unless you've been a part of it, like from the original chats that we've done, you just can't quite understand how beautiful they are. So, you know, I've missed all of you. Thank you for being here, Marissa. And Angels and Marissa are exchanging haze, which is really beautiful. Yeah. So, yeah, what else is going on? Angel says it's a possibility they could play Caleb and Arya, as Archie Comics always loved crossovers, apparently. Doubt it, though. Oh, yeah, I mean, hey, it could happen. You never know. Speaking of which, I was watching a Charmed, what do you call it, like Comic-Con thing recently on YouTube, and it was one that was done in Australia. I think it was done in Perth or something, and one of the what do you call it, what do you call it, spectators, whatever, asked a question. The question was, why did you guys never do a crossover with Buffy? Which I always thought was interesting because I always wondered that myself. And Holly answered saying that, yeah, the network just wouldn't go for it. They were all up for the idea, the network wouldn't go for it, so that's unfortunate. Alias says, great to Rena, and hi to Marissa. And Rena says, thank you, Francois. You're very welcome. Very welcome. I definitely understand that situation. I would say I had all these like cats, and I mean I've had dogs as well in the past, but all those cats became like my kids, and sadly I had all these cats at with the partner that I was telling you guys about in that particular video, and so the day that I left, I actually left my cats behind. It was really, really sad, and yeah, I found out a little while later when I finally, you know, asked how my kids are, that they had all been taken to my animal shelter, which is really, really sad for me because I grew to love them so much, especially a black cat that I had that I named Piper. I had a great love for my beautiful girl Piper. I do miss her a lot. Yeah. Everyone's saying hi and waving to each other, which is so cool. Rena says, my cousin just watched the PLL finale. I asked her what she thought, and she said she needed a few days to recover. I totally understand where your cousin is coming from, for sure. Tim Combs Killer, your message has been retracted, so you may want to try again. Yeah, oh my gosh, you guys, seriously? For the last couple of days, all I can, like, taste whenever I eat food is salt, because I think I've had way too many saltwater taffies. I don't know what it is, but like when I had the first one, if you saw the video, I was like, oh, this is really salty. And then after a while, I just sort of got used to it. And next thing I know, I'm like eating quite a few at once, like, you know, just going through the packet. But then suddenly all I could taste in anything was salt. So that's why I've transferred to the sugar babies now, which I absolutely love sugar babies. Like I've never had them before. They're so beautiful. Rena says, oh my goodness, Francois, I'm so sorry to hear that. Love kitties too. Oh, thank you, Rena. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I do miss them. And the sad thing is I could probably sit here and like name all the names of like the 15 or 19 or however many there were of them. But yeah, we definitely went through the charmed phase. Like I had a Piper, a Phoebe, a Leo, a Paige, a Prue, and a Cole. And, you know, we went through all that realm and other names as well. But yeah. Marissa says, I may need a few years to recover from that finale. Candy, yes. I have sugar babies on me right here, which is really cool. So if you saw the video, I tried sugar babies, saltwater taffy, which was the caramel cheesecake flavor, and I also tried Yoo-hoo chocolate mini bars, and they were like literally just chocolate. But yeah, the Yoo-hoos were very nice. And some people came back to me saying they thought that Yoo-hoos were only like a powder drink, but what I've got is definitely a chocolate bar. It wasn't a drink, that's for sure. Although I have to show you guys something. Oh my god, seriously. Okay. Who knows what this is? I need you guys to really help me because I got this as part of the things that I want to try. And yes, I shouldn't be revealing it to you before the video, but I really don't understand what it is. I thought it was some sort of a mousse. Now I'm starting to think it's a sauce. Like my thought when I saw it online was that it's either a mousse or a drink. And now I think it's a sauce. So, okay, I'll put it up closer so you guys can see it. Tell me what you can about this little thing. Tell me what you can about it, because I need help. I need like a lot of help with this thing. All right. Amy says, I once had a cat, but we left him when we moved. My dad said that if we take him, he'll run away. Aww. I'm so sorry to hear that. Angels says, yes to Marissa, it was crap. Want a sedative? Love it. And Marissa's laughing at that one. Yeah, so I need to know like what the heck to do with this, because from what I read up about it, like it's hot buttered rum. So what I read up about it is apparently this is used traditionally for Thanksgiving, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to get it, was because I thought, look, hey, if I can make this and I like it, then when it's Thanksgiving, I'll make it again. But I'm like really confused as to what the heck it is. Like seriously. It says sprinkle hot butter rum mix over oat milk, fruit toast, and ice cream. And considering I'm not American, I need a lot of help with this. And 10 Commandments is saying I have no idea what it is. Yeah. Hot buttered rum original recipe. Just mix with water. I seriously thought it was a dream. Yeah, so if anyone can like, I don't know, help me somehow with whatever the heck this is. It's from Aspen, if that makes sense. Like maybe it's just something that people in Aspen have. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just gonna like put this down. Marissa says, I've never seen that item before, but I'm in Canada. I'm guessing you heat it and pour it on ice cream like caramel sauce. I hope so. Sarah says, hi, only popping in for a little about to sleep, but yay for your return. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I had a few quite random Facebook and Instagram live chats, and Sarah was there for pretty much all of them. So that was so good. Like, thank you so much for your support, Sarah. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by as well. Angel says, it's a festive drink, apparently to be served hot in a mug. Yeah, like that's my point. So is it a drink or is it a sauce? Like if I put this in a mug and I drink it, like it's powder, so I need to obviously add water. I'm guessing hot water. If I drink this, am I gonna die? Like, I mean, I may be sounding overly dramatic, but I'm quite scared of it now. Anyway, Ten Commandments Killer says, oh. Alias says hi to Sarah. Marissa S says hot buttered rum is actually a type of alcoholic beverage normally, but that just looks like a topper. Yeah, like I don't know. It's sort of freaking me out. I mean, there's directions. So it says in a saucepan combine one, oh no, that's for the dessert sauce. Okay, so just on its own, you just mix it with water. Seriously, you guys, I'm like so tempted to race out here, grab a glass of water, put it in and try it in front of you guys. But at the same time, I'm like really, really, really scared. Oh, it doesn't have rum in it. So it says follow instructions for hot buttered rum and add 1 jigger of your favorite rum to taste. So it doesn't actually have rum in it. So I'm guessing it's just hot buttered something. Add 3 teaspoons of hot buttered rum mixed to 6 to 8 ounces of hot, not boiling water. Stir until mix is dissolved. Garnish with whipped cream, cinnamon sticks, and or nutmeg if desired. Okay. Let's move on from that. President A says, I love the PLL finale, but after the alternate ending chats, it went from love it to like it. Yeah, completely agree. The alternate ending chats were really awesome. Everyone has such great imaginations. Alias says, I had to make myself like it. Are you talking about PLL, Alias, or hot butter rum? There you go. Yeah, so can't wait to do all of those tastings. Got a few things to say in our lovely little mystery box behind me, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Yay! Like the numbers are growing in the room at the moment, which is so cool. So if you're here, definitely, if you have something you want to say or a question to ask or something like that, please feel free to leave it in the comments. You know, it'll be good, really good to hear from all of you. Marissa says, oh, so it's the mix to make a true, genuine hot butter rum drink, or you can use it as a sauce for treats. Oh, thank you, Marissa Sis, for all the research that you're doing. Okay, so it can be a drink. Okay, so if I follow the traditional recipe on the side of adding 3 teaspoons of hot butter rum mixed to 6 to 8 ounces of hot, not boiling water and stir until mix is dissolved, I can then have it as a drink, I'm guessing. So cool, I might do that. I don't know why it's freaking me out now. Like, it was such a great idea at the time. Because on the website that I ordered it from, it literally said traditionally served for Thanksgiving. I'm like, oh wow, Thanksgiving. And it says yes, PLL. Yeah, like definitely. I don't think I could ever like the finale, to be honest, Alias. Even though enough time has passed for me to get over it, I don't think I could ever really like it. Marissa says, TMI, I'm still in bed and haven't even went party yet. Oh, no problems at all, Marissa says. Thank you, though, for joining us. I appreciate it. Angel says, so it's alcoholic. Does it give a percentage? No, I don't think it is. I don't think it actually is alcoholic. Hang on, let me see. No. Now, sugar, salt, caramel, or what do you call that in America? Like caramel or something? I think because we say caramel in Australia, but I think you say caramel in America. Color, natural and artificial flavors, and silicon dioxide, which is an anti-caking substance. I might want to read a little bit up on what the heck the risks are with having something with silicon dioxide in it, but okay, moving on. So no, it's not alcoholic. Basically what it says is that if you're making it into a drink or a dessert, you can add rum to it. President A says, who is everyone's favorite double threats actor / actress and singer? Definitely one of my favorites would have to be Jennifer Lopez. I've thought that for a while. Like, she to me is a triple threat. She can act, sing, and dance. So I love that. What was that film she was in with Richard Gere? Was it Shall We Dance? I think it's called Shall We Dance. I loved that film. Like, I love all of J-Lo's films. I don't know why, but they're all just so romantic and beautiful and all this. But Shall We Dance was great because it not only showcased her acting, but also her dancing, which I really appreciated. Yes, TMI alias means too much information. Yeah. Okay. Marissa says, Angels, it would be whatever rum he adds. I'm guessing he could make a virgin with rum flavoring as well. Yeah, I probably could if I wanted to. I'm not really a big rum fan. Like, I'm not really a huge alcohol fan anyway. But I would have, of course, like tried it even if it was in here, just for the sake of trying this original recipe. But it's funny because like no one here has actually like jumped up and said, "Oh, I use this all the time." So I don't know how very popular this thing is or how very traditional this is if none of you guys from America actually know of this product. But yeah. Angel says, Sarah says, double threat, can't believe you didn't say Janelle Parrish. That's actually a really good point. I haven't heard a lot of her music though. I should have, but I haven't heard a lot of her music. So that's why she didn't come to mind. And I would say my one true goddess, Delta Goodrum, but I have to say, and like, don't tell her this, but I'm not really a fan of her acting. Like, really, don't tell her that because she'll smite me. And that's like heresy because she's my goddess. But she, to me, is a brilliant singer, but I just don't like her acting at all. So, yeah, some people should be just on one side. But it's good that, you know, she wants to expand her horizons. I appreciate that one, yeah. And just as my favorite actor is Viola, she's an acting queen. Viola's amazing. I completely agree with you on that. As far as looking at someone who's just an actor, I don't know if she actually sings or dances as well. But yeah, I completely agree with that. President says Janelle Parrish is a triple threat. She can sing, dance, and act. There you go, triple threat. Yay, that's so cool. Yeah, I mean, it's shocking that I didn't think of her, but yeah, I don't really, I haven't looked into her music, which I really should have by now. So yeah, sorry that I didn't do that. Marissa says hot butter rum is fairly traditional. You often see it served in Christmas movies. Oh, really? I think it may be the same thing as a hot toddy or close. Oh, there you go. Excuse me. There you go. I've heard of a hot toddy before. There you go. Oh, and don't anyone tell me to try a hot tamale because I will not try a hot tamale. I now know what it is, so I'm not going to be trying that. But yeah, it probably could be the same as a hot toddy. That does sound familiar. Alias says, oh, Francois, have I told you that I've seen the Ten Commandments killer in my American Horror Story Family's live chat? No, you didn't, Alias. There you go. I love that. I love that you guys are like catching up in other chat rooms. I think that's really awesome. Sarah says, I need to head off, but thought I'd pop in for a bit. I'm so happy that you were here, Sarah. Thank you so much for joining us. You come to all of my chats, and I really appreciate that. Don't forget, we have the Charm Chat again tomorrow night, 11 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, and hopefully I'll see you there. Rena says, still disappointed with the PLL finale, but I do miss it, especially Mona. Lol. Yeah, I completely agree. I feel like we could completely discard the finale, and the show could have kept going. I mean, it would have done my head in because, you know, every week I would have been like, who the frig is A or AD or whatever. But yeah, I do miss it. I mean, it's amazing. You don't realize how much you miss something until it's gone. Angels is wishing Sarah sweet dreams. Oh, it's lovely. So says, bye everyone. Enjoy your chitty chats. We will. Thank you, Sarah, and thank you for being here. President A says, what about our Aussie girl Tammin Sursoff? Yeah, that's a really good point too, actually. She can sing, act, and dance as well. So yeah, I would put her up there as well. I would agree with that. And what was that movie that I watched her in? And I would definitely give it a shout out and recommend it for you guys because it was so good. So give me one sec. I'll look this up and tell you what it is so I can recommend it to you all. I love Spectacular, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Kill the Bride. Yeah, everyone, if you love Jenna, watch Kill the Bride. I mean, Tammin's basically Jenna and Kill the Bride, except she can see. Ten Commandments Killer says, yes, we have seen each other, Alias, many times, actually. That is really, really cool. I love that. Do you guys still go to Kelly Wilson's chats? I don't know if she still does chat. She probably does, though. I know she recently did a reaction for trailers of Chucky and Saw. I can't believe there's going to be another Saw movie. Like, I mean, seriously, I had to be in a frame of mind to get through the Saw films. I don't know if I can get through another one. But yeah, I don't know if she probably still does do live chats. But yeah, I have a lot of love still for Kelly. Angel says, well, whether or not he can sing, I'm not sure, but we do now know that Brendan Robinson can not only act but can tap dance too. Are we referring to Lucas? Oh my gosh, this is really like bad. Is Brendan Robinson Lucas and I just don't know what his real name is? If that's the case, then I totally know what you're saying. Marissa says, has anyone watched Troyan's movie Feed? I thought it would be hard to see her as not Spencer, but it was way better than I had expected. Is it already out? Oh, no way. I was just saying earlier in the chat that we have to prepare for it to come out. It's already out. Oh my gosh. I have to get a copy of it. Marissa says, I've not seen it yet, but trust me, knowing it's out, I'll see it very soon. As soon as I absolutely can. Angels is still bitter. Oh, sorry to hear that, Angels. And it says, no, we don't go there, but I'll actually go sub to Kelly now. Yeah, definitely subscribe to Kelly Wilson. She's absolutely amazing. I can honestly say the comment below and let me know may not have existed without Kelly Wilson. She was definitely a unknowing mentor, I would say. I don't know if I ever told her she was my mentor, but I looked upon her as a mentor for a long time. I learned a lot from Kelly Wilson. So yeah, definitely subscribe to Kelly for sure. President A says yes. President A says Lucas tap dancing at PLL. Angel says yes. Brandon Robson is Lucas. There you go. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that I didn't know his actual name. I'm thinking, who the heck is Brandon Robinson? There you go. So yeah, that makes sense then. Marissa says, I think Kelly's only live for Orphan Black right now. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I know that she'll pretty much be back for Riverdale. And she'll probably be doing How to Get Away with Murder as well, which we will cover on this channel also. Jody says, one more PLL thing. What was the purpose behind Mona's musical number? Honestly, to let Janelle Parrish sing a song. Because honestly, it didn't connect to anything. It was a dream. Just like the flippin', oh my god, I'm getting angry again. Just like that flippin' dream that Emily had with the little monster that's like, ooh, I'm gonna grab you, Allison, and all that crap. So yeah, it was a dream, and the point was to let Janelle sing. Ellen's here. Hey, hi Ellen. Hi, I'm so late. Sorry, what did I miss? You have not missed much at all, Ellen. Honestly, today is a free-for-all. You guys can ask me any questions that you want or talk about anything at all. We're basically celebrating the return of Comment Below and Let Me Know after my week sabbatical. But it's so great that you're here. I'm so happy that you are. President A says, Feed is out most places, but here in Australia. There you go. I think you were telling me, President A, when Feed is being released, but I think I forgot when the date was. I'm pretty sure you actually told me when it was being released. Angel says, yes, I've been wanting to go to Kelly's chats, but I'm not caught up with Orphan Black yet. Oh, there you go. Yeah. So, yeah, it's probably the only one, as someone else said, that she's doing at the moment. But give her time. She covers a lot of different things. We just have to wait for those shows to be in season. Angels is saying, hey, Ellen. Marissa says, Jodie, I think these random moments were just to show off the actors' other talents. Yeah. Yeah. Ayla says, how long will we be here? I honestly don't know how long we're going to be here. I'm just sort of playing it by ear at the moment. Considering we are close to midnight Australian Eastern Standard Time, I thought I will go over midnight to see if anyone has just woken up and wants to join the chat. So I would say we'll be here for at least another half an hour, at least. Ellen says, how are you doing now? Thank you for asking, Ellen. I'm doing so much better than I was. Earlier in the chat, I was thanking everyone for all the support they gave me, whether it was on YouTube or in Facebook Messenger or on Instagram or wherever you guys followed me. You were all very supportive, and I appreciate that. It was a tough couple of days, the first couple of days dealing with everything. But the support I have from you guys meant a lot from me. I also had support from my 2 best friends and some family members, which was really nice. So yeah, I've managed to talk it out and deal with it as best as I could. And then the last like 3 or so, 3.5, 4 days, were just me taking the sabbatical and being all refreshed, and just couldn't wait to come back, honestly. As I was saying earlier, one of the videos that I put up, which is entitled "The Differences Between Australia and America," I actually recorded that 2 or so days before I put it up onto YouTube. Just because I was like, oh my gosh, like I had this compulsion to do another video, and I missed. Comment below and let me know so much. So I'm really happy to hear that. Thank you so much for asking, though. I'm doing so much better than I was. President A says, feed not out here till October. Oh, that's really sad. I don't like that. Ellen says, I confronted this man last week because he and his friend were commenting on me and my girlfriend, and I felt so proud of myself. Well done, Ellen. Well done. I'm so proud of you. You know, it's good. Like, we need to stand up to these people, like, seriously, that have such closed minds. I'm so happy that you did. That's fantastic. Good on you. Tori says, Tori is here. Hello, Tori. And Tori says, hey, everyone, missed you, Francois. I missed you too, Tori. I missed you too. Especially when I watch Shadowhunters, I'm like, oh my God, where's Tori? I need to talk to Tori about Shadowhunters. So we'll have to find time to talk about that, Tori. I'm not covering it anymore on the channel, but we have to find a way to talk about it for sure, because it's going really well for me. We're at the same page. Tori, President A says, good on you, Ellen. Me personally have no problems with same-sex relationships, which is really good of you. Thank you, President A. Look, I feel like people are becoming, like, people who aren't gay, if we're making it a gay issue, people who aren't gay are slowly becoming more open with it than they were, which is really good to see. But yeah, obviously there's still haters out there, and that's not good. I mean, at the end of the day, like, you know, as I've always said on these chats, do what you will, lest you physically harm no one. Who cares what you do? And, you know, I mean, you're not hurting anyone else by doing what you're doing, so why should it matter? But yeah, we can have our opinion, and I guess the haters will have theirs, but it's always good to stand up for yourself, and I'm so proud of you that you did. Well done. It takes a lot of courage to do that. Ellen says, glad to hear you feel better now. I'm sorry the video hit you so hard, but happy you're okay now. No, that's totally fine, Ellen. Sometimes I think you need to, by you I mean as a general term, the word you, people need to just feel what they're going through. And yeah, it really did hit me, and I just needed to take some time away because I was rather distraught from it. But I'm glad that I spoke about it. I don't regret it for a moment. I'm so happy I did it, and I don't know, like, I, at the risk of sounding egotistical, which I don't want to do, I'm actually proud of myself that I did it. And I received a lot of comments from you guys saying that you were proud of me for doing it, so thank you. I'm glad that I did it. I don't regret it, and you know, as I say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I've come out the other side stronger than I was beforehand, so I'm happy about that. So, but thank you, Ellen, I appreciate it. Tori is saying, yes, definitely. What are we saying yes, definitely to, Tori? Marissa says, Ellen, good job. Remember, some people are nuts, and stay safe, though. Hugs. Yeah, absolutely. Stay safe, but yeah, really, really proud of you. Tori says, I need to talk about some shadow hunters, so let me know. Absolutely, we will, Tori. Probably we'll do it on Facebook. But yeah, we'll definitely talk about it because there's so much to discuss. I'm so happy. President A, blah, blah. Marissa says, then you have certain presidents saying they don't want trans people serving for their country. Yeah, I know, it's completely and utterly ridiculous. What is going on over there, what is going on over here. It's just absolutely insane what's happening. I wrote a status on Facebook recently, and I translated it. It was a sort of like, I guess, a rambling poem, if that makes sense. And I translated it into Dutch and then put it up on Facebook. The reason I translated it is because sometimes we need to work a little harder to understand certain things. So I thought those who would go the extra mile would actually, you know, take it even just to a translating page and translate it and read what it was. But it was basically talking about the government over here in Australia and how the government doesn't speak for us. And, you know, yeah, it was really interesting. It spoke about like gay issues and stuff like that. And yeah, anyway, just thought I would make mention of that. Marissa, sorry, I've read that. President A says that he is doing great. Yay. Ellen says this man was like objectifying us, and I was like, why would you talk to us like that? It doesn't help you nor me. And he was like, we just like seeing it. And I said to him, you can express that differently. And then he started talking to himself, and I said, criticizing others but can't take critics himself. And we walked off. Good on you, Ellen. High five, girl. I love that. I love that. I love that so much. You know, good on you sticking up for yourself and your girlfriend. It is, you know, a risky thing to do, but the fact that you not only did it, but, you know, survived it and walked away proudly, I'm very, very proud of you. Yeah, you guys, there's a really good Dutch song out there. I don't know if Ellen wants to work with me to take the time to translate it, but there's a Dutch song by a group known as K3. It's called Handjesdrain. Basically, it talks about everyone around the world coming together. Basically, like move your hands. Everyone around the world, move your hands together. But it's a song of unity. Ellen, do you know the song Handjesdrain? Let me know. It's a song that I feel like everyone in the world should really listen to. It's unfortunate it's only in Dutch, but maybe we can translate the words. But it's really beautiful. Marissa says, that's horrible. It is. It's ridiculous. Tori says, I'm going to head out, though glad see you. Bye. Bye, Tori. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate that you came along, and we're definitely going to be chatting Shadow Hunters very, very soon. Marissa says, have a good day, Tori. Alias says, I'm guessing you're still working on the banner. Yes. Do you mean the collage? Yes, I am. I'm so sorry that I haven't gotten it to you guys yet. I am still working on it, and I will get it out to you guys as soon as I possibly can. I'm so sorry. Who here likes Stevie Nicks? I like her songs. I haven't really heard her songs. I've heard of her many times, but I've never heard her music, so I can't comment on that, unfortunately. Tori says, thanks to Marissa, you too. Marissa says, what languages did you sing in, Francois? It was awesome. I sang in a few different languages. It's actually a very good question. I can tell you the answer to that. Give me a sec. Because I can't tell you off the top of my head, sadly. But I have the answers, so I can tell you. Just give me one moment. Okay. It was... Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay. English, French, German, Farsi, Mandarin, Swedish, Japanese, Hindi, Arabic, Turkish, Latin American Spanish, Polish, Spanish again, Bahasa Malaysia, Italian, Finnish, and I end in Dutch, which isn't necessarily the norm, but I wanted to end in Dutch, so I did. So there you go. Thank you for asking. What a good question. Ellen says, I was just switching between iPad and computer, so I missed the song. What was it? Ellen, the song is called Handjesdrain by Kadri. Handjesdrain from the South Pole to North America. Handjesdrain, do you know it? Unfortunately, because it is Dutch, the only person here that probably would know would be Ellen. But yeah, I think it's a song that everyone should know. President A says, when it comes to same-sex relationships, at first I was uncomfortable, but slowly got comfortable with it. Now completely comfortable to the point friends come out to me to practice coming out. Oh, that is so lovely, President A. I love that. That's so good. You're like a mentor. I love that. Marissa says, I love Fleetwood Mac, but not Stevie Nicks so much on her own. There you go. Coming out to their families. Yeah, I got what you meant there, President A. Angel says, was just away for a few minutes in the shower. Hi, Tori. Slightly off topic. My best friend and his boyfriend are coming today to drink bucks of fizz and eat smoked salmon for my birthday. Yay. Oh, there you go. That is so cool. Yay. I love that. That's so awesome. And as I said, like when I gave you a shout out, Angels, I love everything that you do for the community and for equality. I think it's fantastic. Ellen says, President A, glad to hear you're okay with it now, and I love that your friends practice on you. Yeah, really great. Marissa says, that's amazing, Francois. What's amazing? Oh, are you talking about the languages? Sorry, I don't know what you're saying is amazing, Marissa. Ellen says, can you type it in the chat? Lol, can't hear it. I'm glad to help translating. Yes, I can. Give me a moment. Just a moment. Oh, why are you not? Sorry, guys. Oh, whoa. My PC's decided to go a little slower than I would really like it to be. So just stick with me and we'll be right back. Now I should be able to do this right. Come on. Yeah. All right. Ellen, I'm going to paste in the first verse of lyrics. There you go. There's the first verse lyrics. Marissa says, happy birthday, angels. Wait. Sorry, you did. You said for my birthday. I'm so sorry. I skimmed over that, angels. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear angels. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip hooray. Hip hip hooray. Hip hip hooray. Have a great day, angels, with all the love, care, and respect that you deserve. I'm so happy for you on this joyous birthday. That is so awesome. Thank you for being here on your birthday. That's so nice of you. That is so cool. Angel says, it's a late birthday get-together as it was my actual birthday on Wednesday. Oh, well, there you go. I still sang happy birthday for you for Wednesday. Marissa says, yes, the languages. Oh, excellent. There you go. Yeah, so, yeah, normally this version of Let It Go is done in 15 languages with English at the start, the first 2 lines, and English for the last 2 lines, but I wanted to include Dutch, and Dutch was nowhere there at all, so my last 2 lines are done in Dutch. And Ellen says, happy late birthday. Prisoner says, happy late birthday, angels. Ellen says, if you want to listen to more Dutch songs, I love Akda and the Munich. Oh, there you go. Do you know that song though, Ellen? And this is happy birthday, angels. Rena says, if I lose service, guys, I'm sorry, lol. Love you, friends. I'll be back in the chats now. Oh, yay. That's so cool. Yeah, no, look, I've had issues with my internet as well, so don't worry, Rena, it's not just you. Ellen says, Francois, I love that you're talking about a kids' music group, which I used to listen to as a kid. We'll start translating. Oh, good, you do know the song. That's wonderful. Yeah, it is. So K3 are a kids' music group, but the song is, it's so wonderful. When you hear the translation, you'll realize what I mean. It's definitely about unity all around the world. It's really beautiful. Yeah. And Marissa's saying, yay, Ellen, yay. Okay, so does anyone have any other questions or comments or anything? Throw it at me. Tonight, I am a total open book. Nothing is off the table. Although I'm sort of glad that Sonia's not here. If anyone was here last time, we had Sonia in for a chat. I think it was on a Facebook chat. She was asking some very inappropriate questions. So I will just say that some questions can be deemed inappropriate. But otherwise, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to let me know. Ellen says, the song is about a dance everyone around the world does or can do. Yeah. So that's how I take it. It's sort of like a dance that everyone can do together. So yeah, they're basically saying everyone from the South Pole to North Africa or North America around the world should should how would you translate handgedrain, Ellen? Move your hands, or swirl your hands, or move your hands, something like that. Yeah, but anyway, it's really beautiful. Yes, Elias, we will do a moment of silence. I'm going to be here for at least another 20 minutes though, but thank you so much for reminding me. I really appreciate that. President A says, my foreign languages aren't the best. Learned Japanese and German at school. Only stuff I remember is insults. There you go. Oh gosh, I remember boku no namae wa furansuwa desu from Japanese, because I learned that at school as well. And sadly, I don't remember too much else. Ellen says, I was just thinking that, lol. What were you just thinking? Oh, yeah, don't know how to translate it. Yeah, dance. I don't know how to translate it because it's like dance with your hands. Yeah, it's hard to translate. As I'm sure other people know, if you speak other languages, sometimes it's hard to sort of say what it is. It's, yeah, dance with your hands. I would definitely recommend that you look it up. K3 handgedrain. It's a great video, and yeah, if you can get the translation and look at the English and the Dutch, you'll get it, and it's really beautiful. We should have more stuff like that in English that we could talk about. Marissa says, how do you pull yourself out of the negative headspace when you fall down the rabbit hole? I get stuck for a long time. It's not easy, Marissa, as anyone, like, you know, as you say yourself, you get stuck for a long time, as anyone who's gone down there knows. It's definitely not easy. I found that support is absolutely invaluable. I am very lucky that I'm in a situation where I have a couple of friends that anytime I need to, you know, just vent or talk to them or whatever, they'll let me do that. And I find that that helps. Like, as I say, a problem shared is a problem halved. I never believed that. Like, for a long time, I thought, no, that's not true. Just, you know, like Let It Go sort of says at the start of the song, conceal, don't feel, you know, don't let them know. But I've certainly found that it's made a huge difference talking to people that I trust and finding things that brighten up my day. So, for example, I watched a lot of Drop Dead Diva because Drop Dead Diva makes me really happy. It's a very happy show. Listening to music that is upbeat like Spice Girls, which is, again, very happy stuff. But also sometimes I feel that when you're down there, you need to just feel it as well. So I will put on music that is so appropriate to that moment. So like, for example, a lot of Nightwish I'll put on, especially if I'm in a very like dark mode, I'll put on Nightwish and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just lucky, I guess, that when I need to pull myself out of it, I can. When I was hired at one of my first jobs, which ironically was working at a cafe, I mean, I used to say all the time how much I love coffee, and I do. Ironically, one of my first jobs was working at a cafe. I remember going into work one day, and I was like very young, because this was, let's say, one of my very first jobs. And I was going through a lot, had a very tough night the night before, came into work with all of that on my shoulders, and my boss basically gave me tough love and said, you need to shove it aside. And look, I get it, I get that you're going through something, but you're at work and you need to shove that aside. A little bit of a deviation from that moment. my first customer that day was a real, you know, SOB, if you get my drift. And I went to speak to my boss. I asked someone to cover for me. I went to speak to my boss. We had a great relationship, a great work relationship, me and my boss. And I said to her, I'm like, oh gosh, and now the first customer is being an SOB. And she goes, well, that's the thing. You need to learn how to refresh. And ever since she taught me how to refresh, that's made a big difference in my life as well. So basically to just take a mental breath, because she said something that really clicked to me, and it was, and this relates more to business than personal life, but it's helped me also in my personal life. The next customer doesn't know what you've experienced. Also, they've done nothing wrong to you, so they don't deserve to go through what you are dealing with from the previous customer. So you need to just take a moment to collect your thoughts, just take a quick breath, completely refresh, and deal with the next thing. And so I end up learning that skill from a very early age, more than a lot of other skills I should have learned. And like on most computer keyboards, if you press, I think F5 is the refresh button. I always used to imagine myself like pressing F5 in my brain, going, okay, I'm just going to refresh and move on. Sometimes when I'm in a dark place, I need to refresh because certain things will happen where I just need to, I just can't be in that space for professional or personal reasons. But other times where, you know, I can feel it, I feel like I need to feel. I don't know if a lot of this is making any sense to you at all. It's probably not. Yeah, I'm more than happy to talk to you about that more if you would like after the chat, or yeah, if you want to talk about that another time, I'm more than happy to talk to you about it. Jody says to Ellen, do you speak Dutch? And Ellen says, yes, I am Dutch. Yes, that's true, she is. She's from the Netherlands. Yay. Alias says, bye, Francois. Welcome back to comment below and let me know, everyone. Bye, everyone. Oh, Alias is gone. Oh, bye, Alias. See you. Prisoner says, bye, Alias. Ellen says, turn your hands, all the kids around the world, copy me. Turn your hands, all the kids from the South Pole to Northern America is the chorus, but I will translate important sentences. Oh, excellent. Thank you, Ellen. Everyone's saying bye to, wait, Alice is saying bye to President A, and Ellen is saying bye to Alias. Is Alias still with us, or is Alias gone? I'm sort of confused. Sorry, guys, I went on a tangent there. I probably shouldn't have. Ellen says, actually, the song itself doesn't have very important lyrics. It's just the message of the song. Yeah, absolutely. So it's basically just the chorus saying, everyone, you know, turn your hands together. Everyone around the world, do it together. Marissa says, I feel like when I'm down, I am a psycho beep and have to fake being remotely human. I also get that fight or flight, and if flight isn't an option, I automatically turn to flight in dangerous ways. I annoy myself. Yeah, so I'm definitely a flight person the majority of the time myself. There are certain situations that we'll fight in now, so I've grown in that department. But yeah, the majority of the time I'm a flight person too. And I can understand it does get very annoying, whereas I completely understand. President A says, have been in the same situation as you, Francois. Thank you. It's good to know that I'm not alone, that people understand these rants that I go on. Seriously, the other day I was talking to one of my friends and I said, oh gosh, I'm hearing Abe Simpson in my mind. Back in my day. Yeah, the year was 1976, and we were wearing this as was tradition at the time. So yeah, if I go on a rant, just feel free to tell me to stop. But I'm glad that some of you like understand the situation. And it says, I had to leave. I'm saying bye to everyone who said bye to me. Oh, no problems at all, Alias. Thank you so much for being here, and we will do our moment of silence soon for you. So thank you for being here. Marissa says, long to Alias. Ellen says, yes, to President A, I have been home for 5 months because of my shit. Am I allowed to say that, Francois? If not, sorry. Yeah, no, you can say that. That's totally fine. You can say that. You've been home for 5 months. Oh, so where are you normally, Ellen? I thought you were always in the Netherlands. Do you travel back and forth to somewhere else? There you go. Still can't wait to go to the Netherlands. Oh my gosh. Like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I feel like I'm going to get on a plane, go to the Netherlands for like a couple of weeks, then go to America for a good couple of months, and then on my way back home, stop back over in like Amsterdam or something again. But yeah. Ellen says, oh, no, I am home, but as in not going to school and stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah. I hear what you're saying. Right. Oh, there you go. I'm so sorry to hear that that's the case, Ellen. It must be very tough for you. Yeah. I'll show you around. You are welcome, sweetie. We'll take you to Nijmegen. Yay! Which is where my mum is from. Oh, that is so cool. I definitely have to go there and meet the family. Like, seriously, the family are all over there. The only people that are here are my mum, my oma, my opa, which is Dutch for grandma and grandpa, and my uncle. Everyone else is over in the Netherlands, so they're all over in Nijmegen. Oh yes, Marissa, of course I'm coming to Canada. Oh my gosh, how silly of me. Of course I am. I was actually just, before I came on here, I was watching, what's it called? The Canadian something or other. I don't know what it was called. It was some sort of Canadian thing to do with figure skating, because I was watching figure skating. I love figure skating, and it was in Ottawa. So I don't know what it is, but it was some figure skating thing in Ottawa. So I just want to go there, but I've got a lot of things I want to do in Canada anyway, Marissa. So yes, I will definitely come to Canada. Ellen says, why are you actually so against swearing? Since I am Dutch, it's like a normal language to me. It's really interesting that you say that, because mijn moeder, my mum, always said to me that swearing is taboo in Holland. So maybe that's changed over the years. Who knows? I mean, she left when she was 16. So she left a long time ago. But yeah, it's just like, oh my gosh, it's like taboo in Holland, and you know, you don't swear in Holland. Although the word for, I think it's cupboard or something, cupboard or table or something like that, is very similar to a swear word here in English. And we had relatives come down. He was talking to my mum, I think it was about a cupboard or something. And my sister and I, we were much younger at the time, we just looked at each other like, oh my God, he says swear. And mum said, no, he said cupboard or something, but it sounded very much like an Australian swear. But yeah, it's just the similarity of the word. No, it sounded similar to the F word, Ellen. And I'm sure it's spelled differently, but it sounded very similar to the F word. And I just don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure it's a piece of furniture, something. It's like a cupboard or something. I don't know. Anyway, Marissa says, lol, Ellen, I swear like a sailor. Mock. No. Mock is like a cup. No, F. It was either an F word or a V word, because V sounds very similar to F. So you know the F word in English? It sounds like that, but it's either written with an F or it's written with a V. Is it V-A-A-K or V-A-K or something like that? Oh, I have to work out. I'll have to ask my mum and get back to you. Yeah, Mo says, lol, and I swear like a sailor, but my Aussie friends all seem to find it unladylike and disrespectful of myself. Has anyone seen Ladette to Lady? Oh my gosh, I used to watch that all the time with Principal Hardboard. I used to love that show. It's very disrespectful. um, where am I? Sorry guys, give me one moment to work out where I am. Angel says, I live like 20 minutes from Nijmegen in Arnhem, and I go there a lot. Angel, are you Dutch? I didn't think you were. I thought you were from a completely different country. Gosh, I am very confused right now. Yes, Angels. To prove it, Angels is saying a word that if I said it to my mum, she would not react kindly. So I'm not going to say it on here. No, it's not Tafel or Mock. President A says, my dream holiday was going to America, going to New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Laos, Wilmington, where Dawson's and One Tree Hill was filmed. There you go. That's so cool. I don't think there's any sort of state that I don't necessarily want to go to in America. I think I want to go all around. I think it could be one of those two. It could be Ellen, the one you're saying, or one Angels is saying. Yeah, I had been told some things about Texas, and that someone of my orientation probably shouldn't go to Texas, but then I've heard other things from actual Texans saying that that's not true. You know, come along to the state, it's great. So, but yeah, I want to go everywhere in America. Yeah. So is it VORK or VAAK? It could be VAAK. I don't know, but if the word is often, then I was told it was a different thing. Anyway, I'll have to find out what it is. Ellen says, oh, that's a good one, Angels. Yeah, it could be. Marissa says, lol, a squirrel hit my windshield the other day and the F word was screamed so many times I was happy to not have my phone. It probably would have called the police. Oh my gosh, poor thing. Is it KIUK? No, it wasn't Barstool. Maybe it was often. I don't know. I'll have to confirm. Because it sounds like VAAK. I know, maybe he said he went to the cupboard often, or something. But yeah, me and my sister just looked at each other like, oh my god, he just swore. And he just says, no, I'm from London, but I live part-time in the Netherlands. En kan ook Nederlands praten. Oh, fantastic. That's great. Oh, yeah. En kan ook Nederlands praten. Yeah. Marissa says, every state has haters, but they have lovers too. Just Google your trip for safe places. It's a very good idea, very good piece of advice. I agree. Yeah. So I want to actually ask a question to those who have resided in Holland or are residing in Holland, and those who are residing in the states of America that have legalized marijuana. I have a question for you guys. Have you found that there is a difference between how things were compared to how they are now? Now, in saying that, in Holland, marijuana has been legal for God knows, like probably longer than I've been alive. But I'm just wondering if it's made a difference. There's a reason I'm asking this. Today, in my state in Australia, we've been notified that the laws are about to change regarding smoking tobacco. Apparently, in about a week or so, you cannot smoke outside, and if you do, you're going to be fined, and it's really ridiculous. Anyway, someone was making an argument because I saw this on Facebook, and someone was commenting, and I completely agree, saying, like, why the heck are you doing all this with tobacco when you're doing nothing with alcohol, which makes so much sense to me. And then, of course, it reminded me of the thing of, like, that I'm so shocked that, especially for medical reasons, we have not legalized marijuana in Australia, and we really should have for medical reasons. So I'm just wondering if those of you who have experienced having it legalized, especially those in the States, because that happened relatively recently, if you've seen much of a change. Okay, where are we? Ellen says, actually, the Netherlands in Dutch is just Nederland. No in front of it. No in. Actually, the Netherlands in Dutch is just Nederland. No the in front of it. Oh, so you don't say, okay, yeah. So this is something that I've been trying to bring up to family at the moment. In Australia, we say the Netherlands, where you guys say Nederland. In Australia, we say Germany. In Germany, they say Deutschland. And I've been bringing up to family and friends for the past couple of days saying, why in English are we not learning the appropriate country name? Why are we not calling it Nederland? Why are we not calling it Deutschland? Why are we not calling it Polska? Why are we calling it the English word when it's not the word of the actual country? It just doesn't make any sense to me. We tick. President A says, I'm going now. Bye, everyone. Hope everyone has a great night, day, or morning, wherever you are. Thank you very much, President A. I appreciate it. Ellen says, I think it's funny how people always think everyone in the Netherlands smoke marijuana, or most people don't do it, or like once in a while. Of course, you have addicts, but overall, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, true. And I think one of the reasons why it's not that big of a deal in Nederland is because it's been around for goodness knows like a very long time. So I was discussing it with my mum and saying, oh, like when I was younger and knew that it was legal out there, I said, oh, people must be smoking all the time. She goes, no, because people are used to it. It's like over here, going like tobacco is legal and drinking alcohol is legal. So people don't like rush around and go to the shops to get it because they, you know, it's there. So it's not as big a deal as you would think it would be. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me that not many people do smoke it over there. I just wanted to know if and you know, I mean, it probably happened before you were born, Ellen, I don't know. But if the country has noticed a difference between before it was legal and after it was legalized, if there was a difference to the culture. Marissa says, in Canada, they're going to make marijuana legal, and I'm actually excited because so many people die from fentanyl-laced weed that I know it will be safer for kids who will experiment either way. Fantastic. I'm glad that it's being legalized in Canada. Let me know how it goes. Ellen says, yes, Germany comes from, I'm going to try and pronounce this, Germanin, which was like hundreds of years ago, and it was Dutch people and Germans, Belgian, and later they divided into countries. Oh, there you go. But I mean, see, that's the thing, like at the same time, like when it's separated and and what we call Germany started calling themselves Deutschland, why didn't we adopt that in English? Like I don't know, I just don't understand that. Anyway, there are people in Australia who still call Nederland Holland. And yeah, so some say Holland, some say the Netherlands, and oh, clearly both are wrong. There you go. Ellen says, I don't know any difference since I am 18, but I guess the quality because there are so many legal places you don't buy off the streets. Yeah, I just think culturally, like obviously the US will be a great target of people to ask in states where it's been legalized, like if things have changed. For example, if like the crime rate has gone down or something like that. I just find it really interesting because over here they're very much against it. They've said they're trying to legalize it for medicinal purposes, but it hasn't happened yet. And it's, yeah, like, it's going to be a long ride here in Australia for the legalization of marijuana, for equality, for gay marriage, for all these things that, you know, really just should have been dealt with ages ago. But anyway, Marissa says, for me, I'm excited because it helps my pain, but I can't legitimately use it right now. So I'm stuck with prescribed medications that will kill my liver and kidneys. The struggle is real. There you go. So Marissa, you're a fantastic example of why it needs to be legalized, because now you have to suffer with medication that's making it worse. Like, it's just ridiculous. Where if it was legalized, which thank God it's going to happen soon for you, it would just make everything much easier. Hi, Skylar. Skylar's here. Skylar says, hi, everyone. You've come in at a really good time, Skylar. Thank you so much for being here. And everyone is saying, hi to Skylar. How are you, Skylar? It's so good that you're here. Oh, you've missed quite a bit, Skylar. Does someone want to fill Skylar in on what she's missed? Either way, while they're doing that, Skylar, I just want to say thank you for all of your support while I was away. I'm so happy to be back here. Comment below and let me know. But your support and everyone else's support has been really amazing. So thank you very, very much. Ellen says the same with alcohol in the Netherlands. The legal age used to be 16. It's now 18. There you go. Because it was so young, alcohol wasn't a big deal. So people didn't really overuse alcohol. There you go. So that makes a lot of sense. So yeah. You know, I feel like it would be the same here if they legalized it here after a couple of years. Like, you know, once people are used to it, it'd be the same here. Look who's here, everyone. We've been wondering where you were. Chase is here. Says, hey, mister, you skipped me. Where did I skip you? Oh, I did too. Oh, well, there you go. But I see you now, Chase. We were actually wondering where you were. Yeah, that's Chase Angels. Harry Hook Chase is Chase. Yeah. Ellen says, yes, of course, it's still young, but in America, people go crazy when they turn 21, while in the Netherlands, when you're 18, you probably had some sips from your parents. There you go. Yeah, so, I mean, it's true. Like, it's a thing. In America, it's 21, it's 18 here in Australia. Skylar says, I just woke up. I'm happy you're back. I need to discuss Charmed with you at some point. Tomorrow night, 11 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, Season 1, Episode 2 and 3 will be discussed, Skylar. I'm so happy to be back. And my first live chat back, aside from this one, was always going to be my show chat, and I'm so excited to be doing it. So tomorrow night, we'll definitely be discussing it. So, yeah. At the moment, I was just talking about the difference. We've talked about many things, Skylar, to bring you up to speed. One of the reasons for this is because I said at the top of the chat that this is a free chat. Anyone can talk about whatever they want to discuss, because we're basically saying welcome back to comment below and let me know. So welcome back, Skylar. At the moment, I was just talking about how some places throughout the world have legalized marijuana, and I was just wondering what the difference is culturally now that it's been legalized. So, like, for example, there are states in America that have legalized it, and I'm wondering what sort of a cultural difference it has had on the state or the country as a whole. So Chase, my little bro, says Texas. What are we saying about Texas, Chase? Angels is saying hi, Chase. Chase says hi, Angels. I went to being the nutty nut Harry Hook from Descendants too. Ha ha ha! I love that. That's so good, because we were talking about Descendants 2 earlier. Marissa says, I'm against smoking, but when you have a health issue and healthier options and they just aren't legal, it's very frustrating. Plus, the quality control of illegal is often dangerous. Yeah, exactly right. Like, there are so many reasons to legalize it, and you are stating two of the biggest reasons why it should definitely happen. Look, I hope the change comes really soon for you, Marissa, so that you can make that change and get off the harmful medication. It's a precarious position you must be in. Like, I'm lucky myself that I'm not in that situation, but I definitely feel for you, because I can't imagine what you must be going through, like going through that battle in your mind of saying, well, this is better for me, but society views it as a bad thing. and therefore because of that I need to take something that's actually worse for me because society views it, or the law, not society, the law views this as a better item for me to take, despite the fact that it's harmful, and this one that's illegal is actually much better for me. I mean, yeah. Everyone's loving Chase's new name, yay. Ellen says to Marissa, I'm not really against it. I personally don't use it and don't feel like using it, but if someone wants to do it for fun or relaxed, who am I to be against that? Yeah, exactly. So again, like I've said many times, do what ye will, lest you physically harm no one. You know, like, sure, drugs are dangerous and bad and all bad, and they, you know, their reputation of any sort of drug precedes it. The way I see it, if someone is an adult and with their adult mind decides to take it, provided they don't harm anyone in the process, that's on them. You know, like, you know, I don't think it should really be too much of an issue for everyone else, provided they're not hurting anyone while they're doing it. And still, after the video that I put out, like, I think I actually said this on the video, I don't know if I did, but if I didn't, I meant to. After what I went through, I am like totally gobsmacked and amazed that marijuana is illegal in my country, and yet alcohol is not only legal, but you can buy as much as you can pay for. There's no limit to the amount of alcohol you can buy. It's ridiculous. Angel says marijuana should be legal. End of question. Peace. Yeah. End of conversation. Completely agree with you, Angels. Skylar says, I'm 21 and I'm not crazy with alcohol. For me, I think 21 is a good age to legalize alcohol. I completely agree with you, Skylar. We should be doing that here. Because here it's 18. Some places in the US, I've lost you, give me one sec. Some places in the US, marijuana is legal. In New York, it is not. I feel like marijuana has a negative outlook with most people. Yeah, it does. Its reputation precedes it. Whether that reputation is correct or not remains to be seen, because I feel like a lot of people will hear something bad about any sort of thing, whether it be a drug, a person, an object, or whatever, and they'll just run with what they've heard. That's why I love in the film Legally Blonde, the first professor that Elle Woods meets at Harvard tells everyone to sharply question what they know. And I think it's a very valuable lesson in life. Just because 100 people may say something is true, just believing that is very dangerous, because you don't know what is true and what is not until you've researched it yourself. Like, they could be lying, you just don't know. Now, I'm not saying people are getting the wrong impression about this or that or the other. I'm just saying, like, you know, I think mob mentality, the only reason mob mentality exists, for example, when it comes to marijuana and it's bad, is because people say it's bad and then other people just believe that, and they don't even go out of their way to research, for example, the medical benefits that come along with it. Like, people don't think about that. They just go, oh no, it's bad because it has a bad reputation. And that always, you know, upset me. But yeah, one thing I love about America is that the legal drinking age is 21, and it should be. I was happy when I turned 18 that I could drink, and I did have my first drink when I turned 18. But now that I'm older and I can appreciate adulthood a lot more, I definitely feel like it should be 21. Ellen says, it doesn't harm others when you use it. Furthermore, it is your own responsibility, so I am pro. Yeah. Love that, Ellen. Absolutely, I second that. Chase says, okay. So Chase is saying a very lovely nursery rhyme, and then says that he is voting for whoever is running against Trump in 2020. I'm not American. Well, I mean, I am. Like, literally, I believe red, white, and blue, and I've finally got a freaking flag. But if I was given the chance to vote in America, I would completely agree with you. Like, yeah, I'm so sorry you guys have to put up with Trump at the moment. Not that our government is too much better over here in Australia at all. Like, seriously, they've got their own issues that they need to deal with. But yeah, completely agree with you. I don't even know how he got elected, to be honest. It's very disappointing. Okay. Scarlett says, I enjoyed Descendants too. I downloaded like 4 songs from the album. My sister and I were trying to learn the moves yesterday. That is so cool. I love the song, I think it's called In the Space Between, or The Space Between, or something like that Mel and Eve sing. I love that song so much. But yeah, I liked it. I had some issues with things that weren't included or should have been included. But aside from that, just looking at the film and what was placed in front of me, it was a good film. And I love how it ended. Like, that was the greatest thing for me, because the ending shows that it's not over. It's not over. So there's potential for a 3rd film to come out, which excites me quite a lot. Marissa says, Ellen, I mean smoking in general because it's bad for your lungs, but it's less bad than taking a dozen pills a day that warn of liver failure. Not judging, just don't want people ruining their body. Yeah, totally can understand where you're coming from. So on this whole thing that they're banning, so in case you missed what I said, so basically here in the state I live in, so as you know, I'm in Melbourne, that's the state of Victoria in Australia. They're as of next week going to be banning smoking tobacco in public areas outside, which I find to be absolutely ridiculous, but it's the way it is. And there have been a whole lot of comments on it. Some people who smoke are happy about it. Some people who smoke most people that smoke are upset about it though. But then those who don't smoke have been very split. So non-smokers, half of them are saying it's great. The other half are saying it's not great because of free will, and also they should build specific smoking areas for smokers, which I found really fascinating that non-smokers would say that. But yeah, I can clearly understand what you're saying there, Marissa. Chase says, Harry Hook barked in the movie. Lol. Yes. Ellen says to Marissa, yeah, I get that, but people make the decisions on their own and they will learn from their faults when they do it too much or so. I get that you're looking out for people, can't save everyone. True. Marissa says, hello, Francois, you can buy alcohol gift cards here in Canada, and alcohol kills how many people every day? Taxes really do rule what's legal. Yeah, totally. That's another thing that people were saying on the whole, like, banning smoking in public places. One person said something, I was like, oh my God, go you, it was so good. He was basically saying, so you're going to ban smoking in public areas, but you're not going to make smoking illegal because, you know, because of the, what do you call it? The, you said it yourself. Like taxes and stuff. Yeah, because of the money that goes to the government, or to our version of Uncle Sam, from cigarettes, the government will never actually make smoking, like buying cigarettes and smoking them, illegal. But they'll do everything else because they want the money, but they'll do everything else to stop you from smoking them. So they want you to buy the packets and take them home and not smoke them. Yeah, anyway. Chase says, I hate Donald Trump. Yes, I can understand what you're saying there. I totally can. That's one thing that I'm glad I'm not in the States at the moment. But if I was, I feel like I would be rallying every day against Donald Trump, to be honest. Scarlett says, I'm not against marijuana. I'm personally not a smoker, but people should do whatever they please if they aren't harming anyone else. Legalizing it can help reduce the amount of young teens getting in trouble for it. Exactly right. Yep, completely agree. Trump is a wuzzy. What's a wuzzy? Angel says, hopefully Bernie Sanders love. I'd vote for Bernie for sure. I'm guessing Bernie is a politician. I'm sorry, I don't know who Bernie Sanders is, but maybe I should look him up. Harry says, space between. Yes, love space between. Angel says, but yes, whoever is against Trump. Yeah, absolutely. D1 did that too. There you go. I think I was in the story. Did you, Uma? Yes, yeah. So Uma says, you did not think that was the end of the story. Yeah, I loved that. I was like, oh my God, there's going to be another film. So it's so good. Yay. Angel says, can we just... where am I? I'm actually now getting behind in the chat, which is really interesting because I've been up to date the whole time. Can we just take a second to digest Trump's outrageously discriminatory ban of trans individuals in the armed forces? Yeah, so WTF. So I didn't exactly know what had happened, but of course I saw a lot of comments on Facebook that were basically saying nasty things to Trump because of what he'd done to transsexuals. So if you're happy to explain to me what the heck is going on, I'd be very happy to hear it. But from what I'm getting from you, it sounds like he's discriminating against them when it comes to being in the army. Yeah, like feel free to explain a little bit more of that to me. I'd love to know what he's done now, because seriously. I'm sorry, I have no place to say this, like living in Australia, but everyone who voted for Trump, I just want to like go up to them and say, why? Like, give me a reason that satisfies a standard human being as to why you voted for this guy. Seriously. Okay, so Scarlett says, I think Descendants 2 album collectively was great and clearly different from the first album. This one had more rapping. The first album felt more musical-ish. I enjoyed part 1 more though because it was funnier. I like musicals, so that's what I fell in love with the first film. So I didn't like that it was more rapish in this film. That's just my own personal opinion. Yeah, if I was going to compare the two, I would say all in all, I prefer the first film. But I do with most films, I prefer the original to the sequel. In saying that though, I prefer Princess Diaries 2 to Princess Diaries 1. And my sister and I will always say that. Princess Diaries 2 is much better than Princess Diaries 1. So they did well. But yeah, in saying that, I like what they're doing with it. I love how it's, well, I think someone actually asks about the sentence, so I'll wait till I say more. Marissa says, here you cannot smoke in restaurants or public buildings. You cannot smoke within so many meters of public doors, and it's further in recreational facilities. Yeah, so it's the same here. You can't smoke inside restaurants and stuff like that. Yes, so many meters outside public doors. Yeah, we have the exact same thing over here as well, Marissa. But what they're saying now is outside of your own home, you can't do it. It's like, are you serious? So basically, anyone who is a smoker is going to be sequestered to their backyard, which just seems so wrong. But anyway, yeah, maybe I could put this in the star box and bring it up for the social issues chat. Ellen says, what is Descendants? I don't know what everyone's talking about. Yeah, so you're asking Ellen. So Descendants is a film. It's a Disney film. Basically, the premise is that there is a land of all the good characters, and there is an island of all the evil characters. The good characters are in charge, and they've basically sequestered all the evil people to this evil island, and they can't escape the evil island. And Descendants is an apt title for the film because you basically go on a journey with the descendants of the greater names. So we meet the son of Belle and the Beast from Beauty and the Beast, Prince Charming, whatever you call him. You meet, in the second film, you meet the daughter of Mulan. On the evil island, you meet the daughter of Maleficent, the son of Cruella de Vil, the son of Jafar, and the daughter of the evil queen from Snow White. Yeah, and it follows the story of the kids of these characters. And one of the great things about Descendants is it really does go through the whole thing of nurture versus nature. Like, you know, is what someone is destined to be predetermined by, you know, by nurture or nature, by their environment or how they're raised, so to say. Yeah, it's a very good film. And without giving away too much at all, in the first film, the son of Belle and the Beast invites 4 kids. So those 4 kids. So the daughter of Maleficent, the son of Cruella de Vil, the son of Jafar, and the daughter of the evil queen from Snow White over to the land of the good side. And yeah, it's about the struggle of dealing with good versus evil and not judging people and blah, blah. It's a really, really good film. I would definitely recommend it. Yeah, the first film especially is really, really good. The second one's good. If you love the first film, watch the second film. But I would definitely recommend watching the first one. It's really good. Oh, Chase, you mean Trump is a wuss? Yeah, completely agree. I'm not going to read the other comment that you said, though. Wow. Okay, I need to catch up. Marissa says, you cannot smoke in your car if you have children, and that might go to your home as well. So everyone smokes outside, even at home. Yeah. So that's not the case here. You can smoke legally. You can smoke inside, although the majority of people that I know smoke outside, just because, you know, it's terrible to smoke inside and smoke lingers and blah blah blah. Anyway, but it's not, you don't, like, no one's being forced legally to not smoke inside unless you are renting. If you own your own home, you can pretty much do what you want. You can smoke inside. That's totally fine. Trump too, but he doesn't get shot. Gosh, I'm loving all this chat about Trump. Scar says, Angels, I don't think trans are banned, but the military is experimenting whether they should or shouldn't. I don't mind trans people in the army, but I think they should be trained like everyone else. Okay, so I might be starting a bit of a debate here, which is fine, because here, comment below and let me know everyone respects each other and we respect that everyone has an opinion. So yes, that's totally fine. But as I say, I don't know what the issue is. So I was just wondering what, like, I wanted to get a bit more information. So Chase says Trump is trying to ban gays, trans, and any LGBTQI people from the army. Really? Really? Oh my God, are you serious? Oh my gosh, that's a million steps backwards. Seriously, I don't know what he's doing if he's doing that. Like, oh my God, that's ridiculous. Ellen says, are they trained differently? To Skylar. Skylar says, the military has requirements, and so if they fit it and can make it through training like the rest, then they should be a part of it. I'm not sure, Ellen. I think they might have more accommodations because they are trans. Look, honestly, I would agree completely with what you're saying, Skylar. Like, how did you say it? They should be trained like everyone else. Like, I completely agree with what you're saying because the trans community wants to be treated as equal. Like we all do, like the gay community does. I mean, seriously, like any sort of minority will tell you they want to be treated equally. So I completely agree with you. Like, they should be trained like everyone else. You know, not treated differently in a bad way, not treated differently in a good way. They should be treated exactly the same as anyone who doesn't fit, anyone that's in a majority, I guess. Yes, I'll have to add you on Twitter, Chase. Ellen says, I heard their medicine is more expensive, Skylar, but I can't imagine it being that expensive. Yeah, I wouldn't honestly know. Skylar says, having trans in the army makes things a bit complicated because there are different training standards for women and men. So with a trans person, it becomes complicated on which standard of training to do. Right. Okay, that makes sense. Yes, we can lock Trump in a tower and never let him out. Yeah, Chase, that's fine. Yeah, I was training they should follow. Yeah, look, I can understand that. Yeah, I think the way I would do it is I would say I will put them to where they're going. So if you're a male transitioning to become a female, I personally will put you into female training. If you are a female transitioning to male, I'll put you in male training because that's what you're transitioning to. So someone who is transitioning from one gender to another wants to be treated as the gender they're transitioning to. So that's what I would do. But I am just one guy who's never spent a day in the army. So I you know, there may be a whole host of other things to consider, but that's personally what I would do. Marissa says, I can't comprehend why non-white people, women of any race, non-Christians, or anyone LGBTQI voted for him when he said so much against everyone, not a rich white man in his campaign trail. Yeah, I don't get it. I really don't. It was such a sad day for me, and I live in Australia, but it was still a sad day for me. I was like, oh my God, how the heck did people vote for this guy? And I will say this. As you guys know, the whole I bleed red, white, and blue, I didn't get a vote, but I was following the election. All I could think was, finally, America, you're going to have a female president. And I was so proud because we had a female prime minister. Now, she lasted for a little while. Wasn't that fantastic, but we had one. So that was good. And I thought, finally, the USA is going to have a female president. This is going to be amazing. And the majority voted for Trump. And I just don't get how. I'm sorry, I just don't get it. Yeah, Chase is a very good point. I don't see what's wrong with it if they want to serve our country, so let them. Yeah, I completely agree. Oh, is his name Prince Adam? Prince Adam and Belle. There you go. Yeah. They have a son called Ben. Yeah, and Ben is the main male character in the show. In the film, sorry. Skylar says, I think they should be able to join, but I understand that there needs to be a standardized training for them to make sure they are being trained just as hard as everyone else and are just as compatible. Yeah. I agree. Ellen says, Descendants sounds cool. I am totally spelling it wrong. Yeah, look, I am too, but that's one of the great things about Google is that you can type in deconstruct to film and it will autocorrect to Descendants film to film. So yeah, it's totally fine. But yeah, it is really cool. So yeah, I definitely recommend you watch it. Have you seen High School Musical? If you have, it has a similar feel to it. So for me, Disney films growing up were animated films. This is not animated. So it has more of a high school musical feel to it. But yeah, it's a really great film, especially the first one. And I don't know the name of the woman who plays Maleficent, but God, I loved her character. What was that song? That's my favorite of both films. Insecure. Master plan. Trying to be evil like me. I love that song. Oh my God, I used to sing that song all the time. Don't you want to be evil like me? Don't you want to be me? Anyway, moving on. Marissa says, I feel like I wouldn't want to serve and protect a country or a president who didn't think my life mattered. I think they should all strike and be proud. Yeah, I like that. Lol Chase, Trump likes towers. He needs a basement to be locked in. Good one. Skylar says, the military always wants more people, but you can't just accept trans because everyone says so. You have to make sure there's a training program for them that is equal to men and women's standards. That makes sense. It does. I believe the problem is because of trans people aren't just a regular male or female. They need specific meds to keep up, and they can't follow the standard male-female because of the transition. Again, that makes sense, Skylar. That makes a lot of sense. Ellen says, I just hate it because trans and other LGBT IQ people aren't treated like people, but like a label. These people are willing to put their lives on the line for you. Why do you reject that? Yeah. So I agree with what you're saying, Ellen. You're absolutely right, especially in general situations. But I understand what Skylar is saying as well. Like, you know, it's not like the way Skylar's explaining it makes the most sense to me. I think that's probably what the issue is. It's not necessarily that they're saying no; they're trying to work out how to train these people because they're not one or the other. They're in the middle of transition. It's a very complicated issue, and it's hard not to come off sounding like totally rude and mean to the transgender community, which I'm so glad it's me saying this because I am like the LGBT community all over the world is my family, so I would never be mean to anyone that's in that community at all. I love everyone that's part of that family. But I see what she's saying. Because of the fact that that transition, you can't sort of put them in one category or the other, so you have to sort of work out what you need to do. I get the issue now. Thank you for explaining it to me, Skylar. I now understand what's going on. But yeah, Ellen, you're absolutely right. I hate that people are being placed into boxes. It's ridiculous. Marissa says, woo, something. When you're still in bed and hear a quad or dirt bike show up and know it's an evil boy looking for your 15-year-old daughter, roar. Yeah. Tell him to go away. I've always wanted to have a little girl, like raise a little girl, but I do have a fear of when she gets into her teens, I will be such an overbearing father. I mean, I would so try hard not to be, but, you know, little knock at the door, hi, I'm here to pick up whatever her name is. Like, oh, sorry, she's at home, go away. You're not going out with him. No, I'm totally kidding, but I understand, like, you know, like, it's tough, especially tough for girls. I shouldn't say that. I really shouldn't say that. But I feel like it's a tougher situation for little girls dating boys. But again, I shouldn't say that because it's stereotyping. So I really shouldn't say that. Skylar says, I agree with you, Francois, to follow whatever you are transitioning to, but a female transitioning to a man might not be able to make it through the male training because of their natural binary makeup. Yeah. So I can understand what you're saying there too, Skylar. Yeah, I completely agree with what you are saying. I don't like that it is being made into a big thing. I don't like that they're making it public that this is happening. I think it should be kept private. But I can understand why. It makes sense. And you're explaining it very well there. So, yeah. Okay, I'm not going to read that, Chase, but I'll read the next one. I love Disney movies. Yay, me too. Yeah, there are two movies. I call them D and D2. I love that. We have a show in Australia for kids called Bananas in Pajamas, and it's literally like two of the characters are bananas dressed up in pajamas. And they call themselves B1 and B2. It's almost like you call this D1 and D2. I'm serious, you guys. If I have no Australians here, look up the title Bananas in Pajamas. You will see a little kids show with bananas dressed in pajamas, hanging out with teddy bears. It's a funny show. And a rat. And I think that's it. Yeah, anyway, it's a funny little kids show. Let's move on. Yes, Evil Like Me. Love Evil Like Me. Just love the song so much, and I've sung it many times. It's really fun to sing. It's a fun song. Ellen says, oh, I love High School Musical. It's such a guilty pleasure, just like Legally Blonde. Yeah, completely agree. Love both of them. And the song, oh my God, you guys, from Legally Blonde, the musical, I love as well. I should really start to wrap up slowly, guys. So if someone could write, bye, Francois, I'd really appreciate it. The only thing I wonder, Marissa says, the only thing I wonder about trans is once deployed, can they access meds when they need to? It's a huge commitment to make that transition, and if that will interfere with the job, but it should be an individual basis. Yeah, look, definitely they should be able to have access to medication and whatever else they need. Yes, I agree with that. Yes, it should be on an individual basis. Chase says Kristen Chenoweth is the actress's name who plays Maleficent. Excellent. Thank you for telling me that. She played Dove's mum, Mel's mum, 2 times in Hairspray. Oh, yeah. Hairspray Live 2. Ellen says they should be treated equally, but shouldn't all military trainings be the same? Like men and women should also have equal trainings. I agree with that because, you know, the whole equality thing, I really do. But I also understand that they say that women can't do certain things that men can do just because of their binary makeup. Now, in saying that, if I went into the military, I'd love to do the women's training. I'd hate to do the men's one. So I don't think it is a stock standard one size fits all. I'm a male, therefore what's best for me is male training. I don't agree with that at all. But yeah, it's interesting. Maybe you should be able to elect. Like maybe if you enlist, you should be able to tick a box saying, I want to do this training. So I'm a male, but I want to do female training, or I'm a female, but I want to do the male training. Like, if you could elect it, that'd be good. Skylar says, Marissa, I think that's also a problem, so there is no ban. The military is experimenting with trans people and how to form that training specified for them. Trump is talking shit. That doesn't surprise me. Ellen, they tried giving men and women the same training, but most to all women fail because a woman is built differently than a man. That's why we wouldn't be allowed until they had their own standard. Yeah, I get it. I do, but it's sad. Harry says, sorry, I'm calling you Harry now. Chase says, if female is transitioning to a male, then to the point they are just male, and same if males transition to female, then they're simply female, end of story. Completely agree, Chase, exactly right, but I see what Skylar is saying here. But yes, in any other situation, I completely agree with what you are saying. So don't get me wrong. Ellen says to Skylar, that's weird. I think in the Netherlands, everyone gets the same training. Not sure though. I am not that invested in the military. It scares me, to be honest. Yeah, me too. I completely agree. I have to say, I did check out some information to check out the place you go to possibly sign up for the Navy. I did it, oh gosh, maybe about a year ago. And they put me down for an appointment, and I never showed up to the appointment. I came to my senses by the time I was to go to my appointment. I'm like, no, I don't think so. Marissa says, lol, Francois, I feel sexist as a parent. I often say yes to my younger son, no to my girl, even though she's older, and it's because sadly being a girl often comes with more dangers, which it didn't. Yeah, it's true. And I agree with everything you're saying there. Like, it's sexist, but it's true, sadly. In saying that, I will always advocate what I always have, which is violence against anyone, from anyone, no matter what sex, is completely wrong. But I do agree with you. Statistically speaking, it is more dangerous for a young girl than for a young boy, statistically speaking. Ellen says, but yeah, I got the problem more now. It is just stupid to me that a president says things differently and creates chaos all over the world. Yeah. Chase says, only thing men can't do that women can do is give birth. It's true. Very true. Unless you're Arnold Schwarzenegger in that film, whatever the heck it was, where he ended up giving birth, or ended up like getting pregnant. I forgot what it was called, but anyway. Marissa says, bananas in pajamas are running down the stairs. Kill me now. So you know what I'm talking about, Marissa. That's so cool. And you're saying, bye, Francois. Yay. So we're up to that part. Okay. All right, guys. All right, where are we? First of all, I just want to say that I wish I didn't have to go because we are sparking a very important issue. So if you guys want to keep talking about this, that is totally fine. I don't know how long the chat stays open. for you guys to type when I turn the camera off. But if you want to keep typing about this, excuse me, once I've turned the camera off, then please feel free to do so. It's just the time right now is 1:15, and I really need to get going. But yeah, I honestly feel really bad that I am, because this is a very important issue. So I'm sorry about that. I'm going to take a moment of silence, and for this moment of silence, I am going to be very selfish for us. This moment of silence is going to be for the comment below and let me know family, welcoming all of us back. And I want us to have positive thoughts in this moment of silence. We're going to step forward into, it's like comment below and let me know 2.0. It's going to be really awesome. Not the comment below and let me know 1.0 wasn't awesome, because it was. But 2.0 is also going to be awesome, if not awesomer, even though it's not a word. So, moment of silence starts now. Excellent. Thank you very much to all of you who have come along to our chat tonight, or if you're watching this delayed, please leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought. Did anything come up in this chat that you'd like to discuss? Please feel free to do so. Please also know, I need to sort of make a little statement here, that anything that I say that comes from me is strictly my opinion and may not necessarily reflect the opinion of the average Australian, let alone the Australian government, or the United States, or the United States President. This is my opinion and the opinion of the wonderful people here at comment below and let me know. But we have a wonderful thing here in the world known as freedom of speech, especially in Western culture, known as freedom of speech, where we have the right to state what our opinion is. So I'm so glad that we are doing that. Again, thank you very much. If you did come along to the chat, I really appreciate it. So great to be back. Comment below and let me know. Do not forget, tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, we have our show chat for season 1, episodes 2 and 3 of Charmed. So hopefully you've caught up with that. And if you haven't, you can watch both of those tomorrow, which is what I'll be doing. I'll be watching episode 2 and 3 tomorrow before our chat. Or if you're watching it delayed, please leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of the chat. And yeah, also come along to the show chat as well if you would like. Otherwise, comment below and let me know 2.0 is going to be absolutely fabulous. As I said, I am going to try and keep up my America versus Australia videos. I'm hoping to do quite a few more, not just one. I'm definitely going to be doing some more trying American food videos, so I've got some more food that I need to try, and I'm very excited about that, so I will definitely be doing that. And do not forget that we have the Fosters coming up during the week as well. And on Friday, we'll be bringing back the social issues chat, which is very, very important. So keep your eyes and ears out for all of that. And who knows, there might be a surprise video or two that just pops up randomly and you go, oh my gosh, Francois, I have a notification from comment below and let me know. Francois put up a video. What is this? Oh, he's put up an audio video of him singing. Okay, let's have a look. No, you guys were really great about the scene that I put up, but I might put up a random video. Who knows? I love this family, and I love the fact that I have the freedom to put up videos randomly. So I might very well do that. Keep your eyes and ears out. Hit the bell so you can always be notified for things. And until then, I am Francois T. And please do not forget that a hug costs you absolutely nothing. So reach out and hug someone today. Spread the love, people, and we can take another step closer to the utopia that I've been longing for ever since I was born. Yeah, I mean, make love, not war. It's not hard, people. So give someone a hug today. Do it for me. Just say, this is a project that I need to do. I need to hug someone today, and I've chosen to hug you because I love you. That'd be very nice. You should say that to someone today. All right, Francois T is going to go before he keeps on mumbling away. Okay, bye guys. Mwah. Big hugs to all of you. I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow night for our show chat. Till then, bye guys. Bye.